Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Miasmata, and this is Achievement Whoring 101. So, uh, basically the premise of this, I'm going to call it a mini-series because it's not going to be as frequently updated as, say, Millennia in the Making or anything like that. But this is where I'm going to start a game, not really start a game, but start playing a game, and attempt to hunt down an achievement involved in it, like usually a Steam achievement. Though, not that I have many games that aren't Steam related, but if it's got a Steam achievement in it, I'd be up for it. So let's just get this underway. Before we really begin, fair warning, this game will be very spoiler heavy for Miasmata. I am near the end stage of it, and I'm going to be explaining a few things which may involve some spoilers for people. The basic spoiler-free premise is you're a scientist guy, you're on this lovely island, and you have a plague. You're trying to find a cure for the plague. This island was like a research center for scientists, you know that, that's basic story. It's spoiler-free at this stage. And yeah, so you go around and harvest particular plants and do research on them, and eventually the idea is that you get yourself a cure. It's a very nice, explorative sort of game, and I thoroughly recommend it. You can find it on Steam quite easily. Now, if you don't want spoilers, leave. Just stop viewing the video, go and get the game and play it yourself, because we're about to get into spoiler territory. Okay, that should have been long enough for everybody to have left. So, the achievement that we're going for today is we're going to take these apples and we are going to hit an entity named the Creature with these apples. Now, this is a very, very big spoiler. I swear to God, whoever is using that bandsaw outside is doing it at precisely the wrong moments for me. So, we're going to find the Creature and pelt him with an apple. So yeah, that's basically the spoiler, is that you're not alone on the island. There is a creature out to, well, not exactly get you, but it's also, you know, roaming around the island, and it's hostile to you. It's very preventative. The main awesome thing about this game is the navigation system. To begin with, the controls, like, let me just show it. I'm holding down W to move forward. I have released it. See, it's very sort of sticky, if you will. And don't get me started. Go near a hill, you're going to fall off it. Now, this is because you are sick. You have the plague. You're not, I swear. This fucking bandsaw. Hopefully, it doesn't need much more use, because it's really shitting me off that it's happening right now. Anyway, you have a plague, so you can move along all the axes, you can crouch, you can jump, really pathetically. So, just crouch for a moment. Yeah. We're getting a little thirsty, and you can kind of tell it from in the corners, and also the warnings just popped up, but in the corners we get a little darkness. So we bring up our journal. This is where you can see that we've actually progressed through the game a lot. We have 2 of the 3 components of our cure, and we found a lot of stuff which gets us back to sort of normalish levels. Here's our water. Let's have some of it. Glug glug. Applied directly to forehead. So now everything looks good. So we've got a bunch of medicines here. If we get damaged, we don't have a health meter as such. We have, you know, whether we have a fever and things like that. These 2 medicines get rid of the fever. This one gives us a little bit more endurance, I think. This one gives us more perception. And these 2 do similar things. And we also have notes and research on things. But the main strength of the game is that the map, one, this is all real time. Like, if the creature came along right now, he'd probably kill me. Just because I'm standing out here in the open like this. But, yeah, this map is something that you have to fill in yourself. And you do that by, see, this triangle has appeared when I go over a landmark. We click on it. We get a bit of a line. We do the same here. There you go. Now we've triangulated our position. And we'll reveal some of the map. Very nice. Very nice. And you can zoom in on it a little bit and all that sort of stuff. And there's also a bit of a reverse thing. Like if we knew where we were and had triangulated our position, but we didn't know that that was a landmark up there, we'd be able to click on it and get a sort of... See these lines here? They're landmarks that we've only sort of half discovered, because then you need to go to a separate location, triangulate your position, and check the landmark at that point. It's currently 4 in the afternoon, almost 4 in the afternoon, so let's skip on a bit. We do have some advantages in our hunt for the creature, in that we have increased our perception normally. That means that when we crouch, we get a lot of advantages against the creatures, such as knowing where he is and whether he can see us. So this is really sort of a stealth exploration game. When the creature is near as well, you get a heartbeat. So we're currently going into unknown territory. That's not such a bad issue for us. We'll probably die getting this achievement, by the way, whether before we get it or after we get it. Whoa, we've got to be careful here. If we go down that hill, we lose the apple and we probably get fevered. And you see just there, I slipped and slid. And here we go. Let's try and get down this hill without collapsing. So I'm holding back a lot to prevent the slide. Oh, I thought I heard a heartbeat. Nope. So the game also has a day-night cycle, as you may have evidenced from the fact that there's time. At nighttime, you can't see shit. You will get lost at nighttime if you're out. You can pick up sticks off the ground and make them into, like, torches. Nah, it just happens when you pick them up. But, you're pretty detectable at that point. And as I mentioned earlier, this is a fairly late game character. Like, save file, that is. And that's partly because of all the bonuses we get. There's a little path here. Because of all the bonuses we get, like we can run faster for longer, we can get those little advantages against the creature that I talked about. But also, creature encounters happen more often the later in the more progressed you are. There's a little hut here. Let's just check it out. So there's a hatchet on the ground. The presence of weapons makes you think that, oh hey, maybe you can fight the creature. Nope. Let's get some water. This is the most laughable part of the game, the rendering of the water out of the pot. We can just click to skip forward, and we will do that because it's wasting time. The water textures themselves in like lakes and stuff, which you probably saw earlier, I believe I was at a bay or something, are quite exceptional. Considering this game is actually quite old by standards. I bought it a while ago, but the achievements didn't work, so I kind of shelved it for a bit, because a lot of the achievements are just progression through the game sort of stuff, which I like. I like a good mix of achievements, and anybody who knows me knows that I am a complete, whoa, achievement whore. We're going to try and get up this. We should be able to, because of our increased strength, but if we failed, we would slip back down and probably slip over that cliff just through momentum. Oh. No, see, if I crouch, it'll give me a big overlay to tell me if a creature is nearby. If he's nearby. If he isn't, it doesn't tell me anything. And that will then tell me like where he is and all that sort of stuff. Ideally, if we wanted to... Whoa! Shit. Okay, we're good. But you see how slippery the control system is, and it's very thematic because you're sick. And not in the way that, you know, my last girlfriend called me. Like, you're suffering from a plague, which is lethal. So these things, you see, you pick those up, but they would replace our apple, and that would give us a flaming stick. So what would be ideal is if we could find some sort of nice cover. some nice ground cover. See, I don't know where we are. You're not represented on the map. If we took our mental clarity tonic, we would be. But to find out where we actually are, we've got to find landmarks and triangulate our position. Even if we've already uncovered the piece of map where we're at. Whoa, 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 whoa. Here's some fungus. We could take that, but I'm not going to. But the main gameplay mechanic is you collect flowers and fungus and go back to labs and analyze them and work out what the go is. I think I see a landmark in the distance. Stop rolling forward. Okay. Just check. Okay, the creature isn't nearby at this stage. You can see just there's one of those stone heads. Now we don't have to triangulate our position now. It would give us exactly where we are. We know we're along this line though and on a coast, so we're probably about there. I think we want to go south. So, let's find where south is. About there. Let's go. Now, originally, whoa, there's a bit of a cliff there. Originally, when I got this game, myself and one of my friends, Caster, we figured that we thought that the creature moved around. I thought I heard something. There's some blue fungus there. Blue fungus are important at some stage, but we've already passed that stage. We thought that the creature had its like patrol routes around the map, and because this creature has exceptional AI, I think, for the time and all that sort of stuff. But we thought it had its own patrol route around the map that you just encounter it on its wanderings. That's not actually the case, which is a bit of a disappointment. It randomly spawns with increased percentage chances as you progress through the storyline, and then despawns at particular points, like when you evade it and things like that, because you can't kill it. Oh, there's a little house here. Do I have that on my map? Yeah, we must be about here. That's cool. The only thing you can do to defeat the creature is probably, like, I don't even know this, it's probably winning the story, like, winning the game. So, yeah, there's a knife in here, there's a lamp over here, which we're going to use, because it saves our progress. Now, we're not going to worry about the water. We could sleep in a bed to progress time. We're going to do that shortly, just because I don't want to be out wandering at night. There's some fungus here. And also, it's going to be really boring watching me play at night because you guys won't be able to see anything. Whoop. No, that was just a rock I think I trod on. This game makes you real paranoid. Because, yeah, 2 hits from the creature and you're dead. 1 hit and you're in, like, massive fever. And that's if you don't kill yourself trying to run away from it. Because the only ways to deal with... There are only 2 ways to deal with a creature outside of winning the game. Get into a house. It can't follow you into houses and it'll just go away. Get into a house or hide. And hopefully it passes you by. All we're going to do by pelting it with this apple is piss it off. And there's an achievement for hitting it with an apple, for hitting it with a banana, for hitting it with an orange, and for hitting it with a tin can. And also for successfully evading it, and for distracting it, which I believe you've got to do with a torch. Or a rock. Let me just check if there are any closer buildings. We're going to try and get to Outpost Vega, probably, so... Oh, we're really far off. Maybe if we just try and head down that way? I don't even know where we are right now. But we've got a path, so let's follow it for a bit. Yeah, we can move fairly swiftly because late game character. So that's good. We can also swim. You can swim for a fair amount. At the start of the game, if you try and swim, you usually drown. There's an achievement for doing that, by the way, for drowning. I don't have it, so if we don't find the creature in, say, 20 minutes, I'll just retcon it and say that that's the achievement we were going for. And I'll go swim in the ocean. Oh, it feels like there's a drop up here. Yeah, we can probably navigate down that part of it. But I'm a little skeptical. Are we still heading south? partially. I want to go this way. Up. You hear something? No. This game is also probably the primary reason why my parents think I'm insane, because I talk to myself a lot when I'm playing this game. Like, what are we going to do? We're going to go over here. Was that the creature? No. We need some of these now, and just that sort of stuff. As you do. We can't get down this cliff. Or we could, but it'd be bad for us. And if the creature showed up at that point, we'd be utterly hosed. So yeah, the creature shows up and hits you. And if it hits you the first time, you can still escape it. But you are very unlikely to do so. Because then you're like fevered or something and you can't run as fast and all that sort of business. Okay, so we're heading southwest. That's good. You see this sort of stuff here, this is the ground cover that we would use. We'd just hop into it like this. And it would probably still sort of detect us, but, you know. Before I started this recording, actually, I had an encounter with a creature on the way to find a house with an apple in it. And, well, I had to run like blazes. Okay, so we're here on the coast. There's a house over there. I think that's Outpost Vega. We can check that quite easily by bringing up the map and just clicking on it. And we can see the line originates from one of the houses in Outpost Vega. So we're going to go there and sleep the night. I'm going to try and keep this video a little bit on the shorter side because I know you don't want to see me stumbling around a map for too long. But hey, if this is the kind of thing you guys are interested in, watching me, well, stumble around a map instead of talking over a map, or hunting down achievements in particular games that I own, I'd love to hear from you about that. You know, leave a comment. Or, you know, put a like on the video, that sort of stuff if you're a little shy about leaving comments. I don't want to try swimming over there, because we are getting a little bit thirsty and that's not great. So we're going to take the slightly roundabout route. We'll probably have to sleep twice to, come on, get out of the water. And we're now holding down shift so that we're sprinting. Not great, but, you know, we want to get in here quite swiftly. And hopefully this one has a bed. Okay, we don't have a bed in here, so we're just going to back out. And that's a research building. There was like a full lab get up in there. And we've lost our apples somewhere. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, hopefully there's an apple in one of these houses, or a tin can, or an orange. Because I already have the banana one. I've already thrown a banana at the creature, and let me tell you, it was the greatest moment of futile defiance ever. It hit me. It came out of absolutely nowhere, and just while I was trying to hide and scorned me. By the way, this is the creature. Sort of. That's what it looks kind of like. There's no apples in this house, but there are beds. There's another house in Outpost Vega down here, which we'll just swiftly check out to see if there's an apple or other object of interest to us. Stop. No, it's another lab. Son of a bitch. Alright. So we're slightly changing our things. You can see now on the map it tells us where we are and what direction we're facing because we're at a known landmark. So we're going to go sleep in Outpost Vega. We must have lost the apple when we went into the water. So that's kind of unfortunate for us. But we're just going to sleep in the house with all the creepy artwork. Massive spoiler here. So in case you didn't pay attention to the earlier spoiler warning and are still here against all advice. See, now it's night. We do have a little light, but if we just go out here, see, it's really goddamn dark. And as soon as we put that light away, we wouldn't see shit. So, there we go. Big, big spoiler warning. The creature is a figment of our imagination, of our plague-addled imagination. And it's 7 in the morning. Wonderful. Save the game, even though it already saved several times. Get a bit of water. Click through that. Let's go find some slightly unfresh fruit. See, it's also still quite dark out because the sun's just rising. Let me see. There's no campsites down of way to ruin site B. But there are these two, but these little X marks are tents. So if we come down this way, we could find one. Earlier when I encountered the creature, it was up here. I was headed to this place to try and find an apple. But let's try these ones out. So we know they're on the path, so we just get on the path, which is down here, and we follow it. And I swear, if we run into the creature before we've actually found a piece of fruit, not going to be very happy about that. And we're sort of panting and breathing like crazy because, well, we're sick. And again, not in the way that my ex-girlfriend thinks I am. So, this is kind of the path that we're looking at here. While we're just sort of floating around, we're going to grab a rock. This is on the off chance that the creature shows up. Then we might be able to get the Distract achievement. Which isn't what we're going for, but you know what? I'll take what I can get at this stage. So we've kind of left the path by now. And we're just sort of following this waterway. But we know when we get to this bit that goes south, we'll be able to go south and find the tent. Okay, that means the creature is around and will be able to see us if it looks at us. We do know where it is. Yeah, there, you can see it moving in the distance. We're going to very carefully move away. We know it hasn't seen us because the thing is flashing instead of being solid red. But fuck it, let's run. We've got to move, got to move. It is on the other side of a waterway, so we may have an advantage in our little fleeing maneuver here. Come on, come on, come on. Worst possible thing to happen. Okay, it's out of range. Whew. Well, that was a little bit of excitement. And here's that tent we were talking about. You may have seen earlier when I ducked down a little bit, we get a sort of a drinking thing. We can't drink from this water because it's salt water. Come on. Please let there be some form of fresh produce. I almost thought that was a banana. There is bugger all in here. There's ruins up there. That's kind of cool. Oh yeah, I see them. A little square is the ruins. So if we just keep on heading, what's that, southeast, we'll get to this hut. It's off the beaten track. But it goes on, like, we go on the track and then we just leave it for a bit. And I think we can see it up there. Yeah, that's it up there. So hopefully it will have some form of fresh produce or a tin can. And then we might be able to go and relocate that creature. Though, again, it spawns. It doesn't patrol the damn place. Okay, come on. Nope. So we've got an examination tray here, which is what you use to examine your stuff. And we have a specimen storage bin. These are shared throughout the island. Whenever you find a specimen storage bin, it's got the stuff in it that you've already put in it. And we have a note here. Journal entry from Herbert. I strongly believe that we are Herbert. Massive spoilers, I know. Maybe. Oh, what's that? What's that behind the thing? Is that a tin can? Oh, come on. Come on, let me get to it. Let me just save the game and see if that helps. Oh, come on. Ah, you son of a bitch, really? Okay, there's a tin can back there, but we can't get it. Well, these are also torches that we could pick up and throw at people. And by people, I mean the creature. Alright, so nothing of worth here. I think we're going to head up to this one. Because from there we've got quite a range of places to go. So we're going to head up to this one. We might try and go cross-country a bit. And see how we do. Creature's nowhere nearby, is it? It's gone dark for reasons. But it's probably because we were looking in the sun, and glare is also a thing. Alright, get up this hill. So we've got this nice ruin site here. The ruins across the island are quite nice looking. And more importantly, they're landmarks. I believe the island is swear I hear things. Whoa, whoa, stop, stop, stop. That was close. Also, if you're climbing, you don't want to change direction. Huh, do I have that head? Yep. Yep. Okay. So we're down here-ish, and that'd be that head there, so... Oh no. Now I know exactly where we are. Wonderful. We're on top of a damned mountain. Stop running. Stop. Fuck, fuck. Okay, we've lost control, and we're going to... No. Wow. Well, I feel pretty skilled. We just prevented ourselves from falling and having a world of pain. Some more ruined sites, but we want to get up this side, I think. Yes. This is to the east, which is good enough. The camp is somewhere up there. Our target camp, anyway. Just check for creatures. Nope. So the big challenge at the very start of the game is you don't get that white-red overlay thing. So you have to rely on your own hearing. I mean, you still rely on it a bit, because you only get that when you're crouching. But you've got to rely on your own hearing for your heartbeat. And when you've actually detected a creature, I just noticed the camp up there on the horizon, you've got to kind of keep track of where its like footsteps are. And hopefully it hasn't detected you, because if it detects you, it goes full on hunting and all that sort of stuff. I saw it. Okay, there's a tin can here. That's a tin can, so we're going to grab that. I would prefer it if we could get an apple or an orange, though. We have an apple. That's an apple back there. Okay, so we're just going to put down the tin can by the only way we know how, and that's to throw it. We could have tried picking up the apple instead, and that would have solved them. Alright, where's the candle? Candle's here. Save the game. Let's go find us a horrible monstrosity. I want to go south. There's more cover in the jungle-ish areas, and I think there are a lot more... Yeah, okay, so if we ever want an apple, I think I just found where to get apples from quite nicely. Yeah, wow. Wonderful. Additionally wonderful, all the other scientists are dead. Just throwing that out there. Another spoiler, we may be the murderer. At the very least, the guy called Herbert is the murderer, and we are kind of... Okay, we're kind of probably Herbert. So you see how this particular landmark in the distance, that shack, has a question mark? That means that we have not discovered it. So what we need to do is find two other landmarks, that one and this one, to triangulate our own position. I'm not sure what that little green icon there is. It may be something to do with a creature, but still not sure. And the question mark has changed it into a plus. So we add a line. Now next time we are in a suitably different area... Ah, shit, come on, crouch. There we go. Next time we're in a suitably different area, and we get like the same sort of thing going on with this hut over here, we would be able to make it a known landmark. Alternatively, if we go to the hut and sight in on two places, we would be able to reveal the area around the hut and make the landmark known. I saw movement up on the ridge, but it was nothing. Now, I'm now not sure where this island is supposed to be set, whether it's in the Pacific or the Atlantic. There is mention of the scientists coming from Europe, but I'm not sure about that. And honestly, from the wildlife, it's kind of hard to place it. I'm not sure if there are squirrels in Atlantic islands, but I'm fairly sure there aren't any in the Pacific. Again, could be wrong. You know, if you'd like to correct me on that, comment section is below. A little annoyed by the fact that this bastard isn't showing up when I want him to show up. Now, what we're going to do here is a little strange. when he shows up, if he shows up. Normally, as soon as you start getting heartbeats, you want to dive for the nearest cover and hide and work out where you are and all this sort of stuff. So you come in here and you crouch down and work out where he is and work out where you are and try and see. There's one of these damn squirrels right now. It is a squirrel, right? I mean, look at it. It's a squirrel. Yeah, you run away. It's a time. Still 10 in the morning. Doing pretty well for ourselves, actually. So yeah, this region doesn't have a lot of ground cover because it's kind of a temperate forest. There's a jungle sort of area up to the north, which has a lot more cover. We're thirsty, so let's drink from our canteen. Just click through that. Get it done nice and fast. And it has a lot more ground cover, but I gotta be honest, we don't particularly want ground cover for this achievement. It's going to make it harder to see it. I mean, I'm 90% sure that it's going to just murder us as soon as we do this. Because, well, it's kind of based on a big cat. But, well, if we get a decent look at it, which we should if we're throwing an apple at the damn thing, we should get a bit of a better sort of understanding of what exactly it is. Okay, go time. Where is it? Up there. Really? Okay, so we're just kind of... Okay, it's probably going to be coming at us fairly shortly. Here it is. Okay. I saw movement in the distance. We just want to keep an eye on it. It's definitely going to see us. There it is. See? Look at that motherfucker. Okay, so we got our throw lined up. And we're just waiting for it to get a bit closer. I cannot tell you how stressed I am at this. And got it, and now we run. We got the Chivo, and we're piss bolting. And we fell. Oh god, my heart is pounding. Even though I was sure that we were going to die. Come on. Okay, we're going. I have no idea where we are. This is such a terrible situation for us. But we are going to try and evade it. We're on a path. We can still hear the heartbeats, which means it is still following us. We're in some sort of temperate... Oh, savior! Ah, saved. Saved. We're at Outpost Draco. Get in. Get in. Okay. Click. Okay, so if you want to see more of me freaking the fuck out and getting achievements like that, let me know. In the meantime, I've been Sub. You've been yourselves. Later.